We out here in a game. This the money game. This ain't the black man's game. This ain't the white man's game. This the money game.
But
we in the money game. And you cannot sacrifice yourself. The best thing you can do for poor people is not be one of them. You cannot help them.
Monique, why is she canceled? And then I knew Tyler wouldn't support that. He never told nobody not to work with her. When I talked to him, he was like, nah, I never told no one not to work with her. And I said, but you Tyler Perry, and you never told anyone to work with her.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And he was like, I never looked at it like that. Because I said, you just got to consider how strong your influence is at that point.
I haven't seen a raise in my income since Proud Mary. And almost had to walk away from Color Purple. Yes, ma'am. Who said what? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because you know what? If I don't take a stand, how am I making it easy for Fantasia and Danielle and Hallie and Felicia? Then why am I doing this? If it's all just for me, why are you here?
Everything, Steve, to vouch for Steve Harvey, and I want everybody to listen to me because I watched all this from the beginning. Steve Harvey out-hustled everybody.
It's okay, it has been confirmed, and guess who's on the Diddy tapes? It has been confirmed that Steve Harvey was on the Diddy tape.
I can't wait. I can't wait for everybody to find out what's really been going on in the background.
50 Cent is going after Steve Harvey because he let Oprah use him to blacklist Taraji after she said how badly Oprah treated her on the set of The Color Purple. Child, it's a hot mess because Oprah is said to have gotten mad at Taraji for being negative, which she thinks hurt the movie's box office success. 50 Cent may be a professional troll, but he will always stand up for what is right. He doesn't like that Oprah is doing to Taraji what she did to Monica back then, using Steve Harvey to get back at her. Sadly, Oprah's plan to blacklist Taraji may already be working because studios are supposedly canceling all of Taraji's gigs and no one wants to work with her. But it looks like 50 isn't joking around because he says he has proof of Oprah's evil plans that could get her canceled for good, and he's not afraid to tell the truth.
Obviously, all things pass. She will be okay, but she hasn't slept in 2 days. She is not doing well. May I say she is not? She is not doing well.
Look at Oprah. You see how she looked at Taraji and quickly looks away. And now look at Taraji, look at her legs. She locks it away from Oprah, looking up, fluttering her eye, trying to hold back tears. But she's trying to be professional, but she leans into Oprah. Oprah pulls away. Fake laugh. We all know that's fake. That's fine.
But is Oprah really trying to ruin Taraji's career because of what she said about her during the press tour for The Color Purple? Did she ask Steve Harvey to help her with her plan? Let's get started.
As a black woman, I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. And if I can't fight for them coming up behind me, then what the f am I doing? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, don't apologize.
And then they tell me we don't translate overseas.
Yeah.
I'm tired of hearing that my entire career, 20 plus years in the game, and I hear the same thing, and I see what you do for another production, and when it's time for us to go to bed, you don't have any money. They play in your face. When you see a black woman up here, baby, we jumped hurdles to get here. We fought all the obstacles. Getting paid less than. And we do it with grace. We do it with grace because if we speak up too much, we're considered angry. I'm trying to give you lessons here.
A few weeks ago, Taraji and Oprah were in the news because of some shocking things Taraji said during her press tour for The Color Purple. Now, the point of movie press tours is to get people excited about the movie by talking about how great it is. That's why people thought Taraji was wrong for telling everything like that. She could have at least waited until the movie made money before talking about other things. But you can't really blame Taraji because it seems like she had so many feelings bottled up from years of being mistreated and lowballed in the industry that when she finally had the chance to say what she wanted, she just couldn't hold it in any longer. Taraji's SAG-AFTRA interview was the beginning of it all. She said that since Proud Mary, her pay had not gone up. If you've seen Proud Mary, you know how much Taraji loved playing that part. That should have given her the chance to start making a lot of money. You can look at any role Taraji has ever played and see how it should have made her one of the highest paid actors in the business. But Taraji said that when she was asked to be in The Color Purple, the offer she got was so low that it was rude.
Black women having the same story. It's breaking my heart. Like 20 plus in the game, it breaks my heart. It's like every time you achieve something really incredible, it's almost like the industry looks at it as a fluke. Like, oh, that was like some one-time thing. So you fall back to the bottom and you gotta negotiate and fight tooth and nail to get what you made the last time. Where's my raise? I haven't seen a raise in my income since Proud Mary. And almost had to walk away from Color Purple. Yes, ma'am. Who said what? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because you know what? If I don't take a stand, how am I making it easy for Fantasia and Danielle and Hallie and Felicia? Then why am I doing this? If it's all just for me, why are you here? We are to service each other. God is very clever. He put us on this earth and he made us all look different. He made it complicated. We need to figure it out. And we can. And we are. You have to look at the glass as half full. It's always half full.
She cut you off.
Right.
She edited out what you had to say.
Pretty much.
Okay.
That's what it came down to. That was the only time I was on Oprah.
Okay, and then
whether we get invited back or not,
did you call her?
Taraji then talked about how she had to speak out about things like this because if actresses like her didn't, younger actresses would have to deal with the same things they did in the business. Taraji's comments started a much-needed conversation about how Hollywood doesn't pay Black women enough and doesn't value them enough. Viola Davis even spoke out about how she was still underpaid, even though she had done everything her male and white female coworkers had done.
What they're getting paid, which is half of what a man is getting paid, well, we get probably 1/10 of what a Caucasian woman gets. And I'm number one on the call sheet. And then I have to go in and I have to hustle for my worth. That's what I feel like I'm doing. When I demand what I feel, listen, I have more than a 30-year professional career. I had a friend who said, yeah, but Viola, your career is better than my career. I said, yeah, but you can't compare me to you. Because once again, I got the Oscar, I got the Emmy, I got the 2 Tonys. I've done Broadway, I've done off-Broadway, I've done TV, I've done film, I've done all of it. I have a career that's probably comparable to Meryl Streep, Julianne Moore, Sigourney Weaver. They all came out of Yale. They came out of Juilliard. They came out of NYU. They had the same path as me, and yet I am nowhere near them. Not as far as money, not as far as job opportunities, nowhere close to it. And yet, I have to constantly get on that phone, and I have fabulous agents, by the way. They are getting it. But I have to get on that phone, and people say, you're a Black Meryl Streep. You are, and we love you. We love you. There is no one like you. Okay, then if there's no one like me, you think I'm that? You pay me what I'm worth. You give me what I'm worth.
We're gonna go over body language. Let's look at Oprah. You see how she looked at Taraji and quickly looks away. And now look at Taraji. Look at her legs. She locks it away from Oprah, looking up, fluttering her eyes, trying to hold back tears. But she's trying to be professional, but she leans into Oprah. Oprah pulls away. Fake laugh. We all know that's fake. That's fine. But they're trying to release that negative energy outside their bodies. Oprah is all closed up. She's not even trying to open up, and it was closing in on Oprah. Oprah pulls out, trying to find an escape, goes right behind Gandon Brooks. I look at Taraji's face. She's just like not having it. And notice how Oprah is suddenly now opened up with her arms, and look at Fantasia's face. Look at Taraji as if we're almost to the ending of this. Don't worry. Something definitely happened here. And now look at how Oprah has her arms and her hand. You know, Oprah don't touch people like that. And then you see how loud they're singing.
Other actresses like Gabrielle Union also backed Taraji by telling their own stories about how they were underpaid and overworked in the business. Keke Palmer wrote on Instagram that she had to pay her team behind the scenes before she got her cut, just like Taraji. The entertainment business is just like any other business. We run businesses to keep our brands alive, and we are the brand or business. The team of company members lowers any assumed large lump sum. This includes monthly costs, just like everyone else. Biggie said, "More money, more problems." Years later, during an interview with Gail King, Taraji broke down in tears when she talked about how she worked so hard because she got paid so little and the math just didn't add up.
And I heard on the street, Taraji, you had the audacity to say you're thinking about stopping acting. We said, stop talking. Are you thinking about it?
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost.
For years, I didn't like Oprah Winfrey. She's not the type of person, tough, smart, and powerful, you'd want to have an issue with. But I felt the type of way about the things she said about hip-hop music in the past. It seemed like every time Oprah would go off about how hip-hop was misogynistic and ruining America's youth, she was talking about the same things on my album. What actually
said something, I made a comment about not understanding why they were choosing specific people for the Me Too stuff.
Yeah, that's Oprah.
That's Oprah. Okay. Named after the Oprah, and your cat's name is?
And Gail. And I'm the only one who's been vocal.
If you want me to start dropping them, Oprah.
In shock.
Do you take responsibility for the situation that you're in right now?
100%.
100%.
100%. I couldn't believe it because I loved her so much.
It's $6 to $8 million. I said, Tyler, who you talking to? I'm a black woman. Where do they pay those type of salaries, brother? I said, what I cannot do, Tyler, is work for free. I've done what I was supposed to do. I cannot go overseas and do this for free, Tyler. So then he goes on about his spiel, you know. I said, well, listen, you can write me the check for me to go overseas. I don't care where the money comes from, but I'm not going to do it for free. He says, well, I don't believe in giving money away for free. I said, I don't believe in working for free, so we're on the same thing.
That's Oprah.
That's Oprah. Okay.
Oprah. Fans observed how Gail attempted to divert the discussion from the primary topic during this interview, seemingly to prevent Taraji from making a disparaging remark about her best friend Oprah. Since the beginning of the press run for The Color Purple, fans have observed a great deal of tension between Oprah and Taraji, allegedly due to the fact that Taraji was not only given an insultingly low salary, but she and other crew members were subjected to appalling treatment during filming. Actresses like Fantasia and Danielle Brooks disclosed that they were compelled to share a small space on set and were not even given their own dressing rooms. Additionally, they were not fed while they were at work. Taraji was incensed by all of this abuse, and it is said that when she brought up her grievances with Oprah, one of the film's directors, Oprah essentially told her to leave. This led to a great deal of tension between them, as this video shows.
I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually. But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties. Yeah.
7 months ago, we made sure, I already knew, that Diddy and Oprah is about to get arrested.
Did you ever find out who did it?
Yeah, I knew who did it shortly after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they are now where?
Oh, the guy who actually shot me.
Hey, what do you think of Oprah for president?
I love that.
You do?
Yes, yeah.
Were you skeptical?
You're looking at it and you're saying that everything that's wrong with our culture is why I'm a success.
Wow.
So when I actually got a chance to talk to her, she was like, I never thought about it like that.
How about hashtag we all knew? How about hashtag tell the truth? How about hashtag accountability?
To be on it. Oprah was where A-listers would go to promote their project, sell books, move albums, hype movies. I consider myself an A-lister, so how does that look that I'm not there too? I felt I had to explain my absence to my audience. So, as I tend to do, I kept it real about the situation. I did a few interviews where I said the reason Oprah wouldn't have me on her couch is because she's a reflection of her audience, which is made up of middle-aged white women. that audience finds me scary.
Oprah allegedly persisted in urging Taraji to simply smile and complete the press run, but we all know how that ended. Oprah allegedly blames Taraji for The Color Purple's current box office failure. Since there was a lot of excitement and high expectations before the film's release, its failure is actually shocking. In addition, viewers can attest to the actors' outstanding performances, which is understandable given that the cast featured celebrities like Taraji, Whoopi Goldberg, Halle Bailey, and Coleman Domingo. But according to reports, The Color Purple has only made $58 million out of a budget of over $100 million. The absurd thing is that over half of the $58 million will go to the theaters that screened it, meaning that not even the entire amount will benefit the producers. They were reportedly having trouble breaking even, which is why the film had to be made available for streaming almost immediately. The audience genuinely liked it and even gave it a higher rating than the Broadway musical from which it was adapted, so this turnout is unexpected once more. Rumor has it that Taraji's remark regarding Oprah's treatment of her on set caused a boycott of the film. Regretfully, sources claim that Oprah's anger towards Taraji stems from the fact that The Color Purple was meant to be Harpo Studios' ticket to big money. The film was expected to earn so much money and win major awards that Oprah would be able to secure funding for other projects at last. According to reports, Oprah is now attempting to blacklist Taraji in retaliation, just as she did with Monique. In case you missed it, Monique had a similar experience with Oprah in 2009 when she appeared in her movie Precious, for which Oprah paid her just $50,000. Monique accepted the job despite the low salary because she thought it would enhance her resume, and she later won multiple awards for ear work. But when she declined Oprah's invitation to do an unpaid tour for the film, things took a turn for the worse. Other studios were reportedly scared to hire Monique because Oprah began spreading rumors that she was a pain to work with. Even the project she was already working on was canceled, and all of her offers were withdrawn. Monique's career never fully recovered because it was so bad. Following her refusal to play the game, Lee Daniels apologized to Monique and acknowledged that she had been blackballed. In the meantime, 50 Cent was the only individual to challenge Oprah. He risked everything to support Monique and help her relaunch her career by promoting her comedy show and casting her in his popular series Black Mafia Family, after learning that she was being blackballed for not dancing to Oprah's music. As everyone is aware, 50 and Oprah have a long-standing feud because, in his opinion, Oprah prefers to use her position to disparage rather than to empower other Black people. Oprah's refusal to let 50 Cent on her show because she thought his music was violent, and you know how 50 likes to take his beef seriously, was the beginning of it all. He even gave his dog the name Oprah. More seriously, 50 is now standing up for Taraji because he believes that history is being repeated.
Every time she made a mention to hip-hop culture, it was something that was wrong with it. And it was something that was on my CD that was the largest debut in hip-hop.
So
I didn't like Oprah Winfrey. She's not the type of person, tough, smart, and powerful, you'd want to have an issue with. But I felt the type of way about the things she said about hip-hop music in the past. It didn't make sense to me, babe. I'm like, so what did she do? She said something you didn't like? So she didn't work for 13 years after that?
Right.
And then I know Tyler wouldn't support that. He never told nobody not to work with her.
Tyler Perry?
Yeah. When I talked to him, he was like, nah, I never told no one not to work with her. And I said, but you Tyler Perry, and you never told anyone to work with her.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And he was like, I never looked at it like that. Because I said, you just got to consider how strong your influence is at that point. Because
once upon a time, you didn't like Oprah.
Right. You're looking at it and you're saying that everything that's wrong with our culture is why I'm a success.
Wow.
So when I actually got a chance to talk to her, she was like, I never thought about it like that.
He posted about how he helped Mary J. Blige become one of the highest paid Black actresses for her role in his series Ghost to demonstrate how serious he was. To put it in perspective, Mary J. Blige was paid $400,000 for each episode. But when 50 began discussing exposing Steve Harvey for letting Oprah use him to blacklist Taraji, he went further. Steve Harvey has a history of discrediting people he doesn't like, such as when he attempted to ruin Bernie Mac's career out of jealousy. Additionally, Steve has been charged with spreading negative stereotypes about Black people by using his position. He was once criticized by Cat Williams for making Cedric the Entertainer wear a dress for a sketch, even though he was aware that Hollywood emasculates black men by making them wear dresses. Steve has also received a lot of criticism for playing black caricatures and being a sellout. When Monique criticized him for failing to defend her during her feud with Oprah, he literally told her to sell out his show, even though she was correct. That Oprah allegedly asked him to assist in blacklisting Taraji is therefore not shocking. It wouldn't be the first time he did that, and it appears her plan is succeeding because Taraji abruptly changed course and praised Oprah as though she were the embodiment of virtue. Miss Oprah has been nothing less than a steady and solid beacon of light to all of the cast of The Color Purple. She has given us all support, direction, and encouragement. I followed her personal advice to contact her if I needed anything. I appreciate everything you do, Miss Oprah. Fans didn't buy that, and it's clear from their comments that Oprah's hypocritical behavior has worn everyone out. I adore Taraji because she never sugarcoats the truth about what's happening in the industry. Oprah dislikes it when people challenge her because she is so accustomed to getting her way. 50 Cent deserves praise for standing up for Taraji and correcting Oprah. There is nothing Taraji could have said to stop us from side-eyeing Oprah, child. Black people, both men and women, have not received Oprah's kindness. For a long time, she has had a bad reputation in the black community. Shame, 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 as Gomer P. Isle would have put it. Do you all believe that Oprah is genuinely attempting to destroy Taraji's career with Steve Harvey's assistance? Comment down below and check out this next video ASAP.